The only people that won't like this movie are people that are way too anal. 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 Anal! Anal. Anal! Anal. Anal. Anal! 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 Want a fish stick?
This is how we do it.
And you know this, man?
Yummy. Hey guys, Mr. Google here to review the latest Todd Phillips produced found footage film, Project X. Project X is directed by Nima Nzorieta, and it stars Thomas Mann, Jonathan Daniel Brown, Oliver Cooper, Miles Teller, and Dax Flame. Now when I first saw the trailer back in November, I was just sort of interested and sort of wasn't. And when I heard this movie was a comedy, I was like, what the hell? And I wasn't really excited about this movie up until like a week ago when the Red Band trailer was released, and yeah, that's when I was in. That's when I thought it would look freaking hilarious. Project X tells the story of young Thomas, played by Thomas Mann, and his friends, played by Oliver Cooper and Jonathan Daniel Brown, mostly Oliver Cooper, who plays Costa, organizes this party, little soiree, that's supposed to consist of about 50 students that they know at their school, their high school, and yeah, shit goes insane in the membrane. Now, what do I think of Project X, man? Like, what the hell did I think? That is exactly what this movie was. It was like a boss. Project X was awesome! Project X was so awesome, and I just do not get why it's getting all this negative feedback. To be quite honest, I don't know why critics would go into this film expecting more than an awesome high school comedy. Yes, does this movie have morals? No, no morals whatsoever. Does this movie have a lot of boobs? Yes, maybe a little bit too much boobs, but they're still boobs. Does this movie have a gnome flipping you off? Yes, it does, and it's hilarious. And that's what I love about it. I love how unapologetic this movie is, and how really stylistic the direction by Nima Nzorieta is. The one thing I just want to say about his direction is that Nima Nzorieta just totally puts the audience, us the audience, into this movie and makes us feel like we're actually there. And when a director can do that, especially with your first feature, like, that's pretty damn impressive. This is his first film, and that's awesome. The one thing I can say, if you don't like Project X, and you don't, and that's only if you just don't find it funny, and I personally found it hilarious. And I'm usually skeptical about movies that are targeted more for my demographic, because I am a high school student. Going on to the acting, I thought Thomas Mann, who was originally in, yeah, this, one of my favorites, definitely gave my favorite performance of the film. There are hints of really brilliance in his performance. I'm not kidding. I just really dug his character, and I really liked him, and he was really sympathetic and totally relatable. I think he's going to be a big star in a couple of years. People are making a big deal about Oliver Cooper's sort of character in this movie. Yeah, there are a couple scenes where I'm like, yeah, he's totally taken that from Jonah Hill's character in Superbad. But at other times I was like laughing my ass off from his character because he was actually really funny. But the thing I loved about his character is that the character knew he was a dick. He knew he was a dick, and he knew what he did wrong. But he didn't feel, you know, guilty about it at all. He wanted to stay the person he wanted to stay, but he knew what sort of a person he was, so I honestly didn't really have a problem with that after that was established in the movie. And I think Oliver Cooper's performance was actually very well done. I thought the character development for those two characters, Thomas Mann's and Oliver Cooper's characters, were fine, but JB's character, played by Jonathan Daniel Brown, was it wasn't really developed at all, his character. But here's the thing. I loved him in this movie. His character was so freaking awesome. Like, he had me rolling in, like the second scene he was in. Like, let me just say this. Itsy Bitsy Spider. Oh my god. And Dax Flame plays the cameraman in this movie, Dax, and especially near the end, that had me rolling as well. Awesome! Now, I know you guys are just thinking, oh my god, Dustin, what about these events that go on? I'm not going to spoil anything for you guys, even though a lot of the things that go on are revealed in the trailer, but I'm not going to, you know, capitalize on that. Yeah, it was pretty funny what they did to the dog in this movie, like they tie him to balloons, but if they did that to Mocha, I'd freaking murder them. Now, people are talking about the soundtrack in this movie, and yeah, the soundtrack's pretty freaking awesome, and I probably will buy it. And I made this promise with another fellow YouTuber friend. He knows who he is, and I'm going to stare in the camera for 5 seconds because this song played. Everybody in the club gets it. A deal's a deal. the movie knows that it's crazy. The movie knows that sometimes it's just really unoriginal. Like, the whole love story was totally misused. I thought they could have put the love story in there, but they just totally mistreated it. I like the actress who plays Kirby in the film, and she does a very good job in the film for the scene she's in. But I thought that whole thing with her and Thomas was really, I don't know, just miswritten in my opinion. I thought it could have been way better. And another tiny problem I had with it was, like I said earlier, it had a little bit too much nudity. Kind of took away from sort of like the enjoyment of the movie for me. Even though I do love girls, I love women, but I just think they could have toned it down and focused more on the actual, you know, events that were going on, not the fucking boobs all the time. But other than that, I loved Project X, man. And I know every single YouTube critic on here are just gonna hate it. They're gonna hate my review. They're gonna hate everything. But I think it's a movie that by the time I'm done with high school and I go to college and everything, I'm just still gonna be talking about Project X. It's my favorite film of the year. I know it's over Chronicle. This is definitely one of the most entertaining times I've had at the theater, and I loved it. I freaking loved it, man. It was so good. And one of the funniest films I've seen in a very long time in the theater. 9.5 out of 10 for Project X. For that, I honestly don't care. To quote the, you know, very scholarly, William Shakespeare-ish Jaquan, I don't care, I'm a PIMP. Air buddies in the club getting tipsy.